Hello everyone. Now, let me just change over here. Alright. The fucking thing didn't play because I didn't have the alert box on that first scene. Alright, hold on. See if I can play it myself. Nah, damn it. Cool down. There's the explosion. There it is. I don't play all the time. Also, now you guys have a redeem for that. Where was it? Here you go. Explosion. There you go. Guys want me to blow up? You just fucking redeem that one. Oh yeah. Hello everyone. How you doing? Hope you guys having a good day so far. So yeah, let's see here. Sorry about the lack of stream yesterday. Something came up. Here we go. I'm not gonna have the whole thing. I'm not gonna have the explosion thing on at the same time. I think there's like a thing that happens where every time I turn on OBS, if I have the explosion thing on, it all immediately plays the audio for it. So I kind of just leave it off until I need it. But yeah, let's see. Good after last bundle for a while. Okay. I mean, we already managed to get H.A.W.X. You're still waiting for that to arrive, right? Right. I was able to get a few bundles for myself as well. Not just the ones that I showed off today on Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting another one tomorrow, I think, if everything goes well. I'm gonna go get back my my replacement copy of Need for Speed Rivals and some more PS2 games. But yeah. For today, though, we are gonna be finishing off with Trap Team. Right. Last stream, let's see. Where do I stream? Last stream, last stream. Oh right, yeah. Was it? Was it The Last of Us? Yeah, it was The Last of Us, right? I already forgot. It's already been a while. 1,000 years later. yeah, it was The Last of Us. That game, I don't know how long it's gonna take. So far, we're doing pretty well with Grounded. But that game's difficulty might rank up a little bit as we go along. To be fair though, we are doing good, but you never know. Hopefully I don't get stuck on certain parts of the game like usual. But yeah. We'll continue on some other time though. For today we're gonna be finishing off with Trap Team, and probably also have enough time to do finally start doing H.A.W.X too. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I think we should have plenty enough time for that. Because Bumble probably shouldn't take too long to do the one level we have to do, plus the last Chaos Doom challenge. Yeah, probably like an hour or so, we should probably get it done. I don't know, we'll see. Live stream of Trap Team. H.A.W.X 2. Gonna be playing some H.A.W.X 2, alright. Right. For that, I'll probably play a little bit of the single player first, so that later on I can work on the multiplayer trophies. Unless you also have it as well, Digby. Although for the multiplayer, I think you need at least 3 people for some of the trophies. For a good majority of the online trophies, you only need 2, but there's like a couple that need 3 people. So I'll first get some trophies so that I can actually make a PSN profile session and find someone else. The servers are offline. Wait, what? Hey, hold on. H.A.W.X 2. Yeah, no, there's still like people getting trophies for it. Some guy even managed to get a platinum for it. Yeah, look at that. Who needs team? Yeah, there's a guy here that managed to get another multiplayer trophy done this year in May. Yeah, I'm just literally going through PSN profiles, and the most recent guy that managed to get the platinum did one of the multiplayer stuff this year in May. So I don't know. I know that they were supposed to be shut down, but I think this game has like peer-to-peer connection where it doesn't revolve around like an actual dedicated server, I think. I mean, H.A.W.X 1 was also supposed to be shut down, but I was able to get the multiplayer for that game just fine as well. So I don't know. We'll test it out after we're done with Trap Team. I'm pretty sure it might be able to still work. But yeah, let's not waste any more time and just finish off the Trap Team today, shall we? So yeah, let me just change over here. Very weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still get the platinum for the game just fine though. Might test it out later though, but I think it might still be able to. It might still be possible. It's just that the reason why there aren't that many playable people playing the game is just, you know, not a very popular game. It's not Splinter Cell or Ghost Recon. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to put the Midnight Museum on the portal again because it didn't save them putting it last time. Yeah, it didn't save putting it, so I had to put it again.
Greetings, Portal.
Okay, stay. I don't have H.A.W.X 2 since I emulated when I played it. Okay, like the Wii version? I know that one. Those games were also on the older hardware. H.A.W.X 1, I don't know if it was on the Wii, but I know H.A.W.X 2 was.
That mission will require a very unique set of skills. Secret Ninja Commando skills, to be exact. And that means I will be accompanying you on the adventure. Come on, we can borrow Flynn's ship.
I guess I bet Tom Clancy's games. I've seen some stuff from Vegas. Mostly just the collections that comes also bundled with one of the Splinter Cell games and one of the, I think it was one of the Ghost Recon games as well.
Don't worry, Skylander. I am 3 steps ahead of this Nightshade guy. To catch a thief, you have to think like a thief. And to think like a thief, you must become a thief. Ooh, that gives me an awesome idea for my movie. Note to self, remember that awesome idea you had for a movie just now. Yeah, so anyway, if you can get past security and retrieve that so-called Dark Eye of Mañana, you'd be doing Skylands a great deal of service. Good luck, compadre.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that Ubisoft doesn't really do that many Tom Clancy games besides Rainbow Six, besides Rainbow Six Siege.
Official name too, I don't know, but the point is,
There's still like the other Ghost Recon games, I guess, but I would prefer like also more H.A.W.X, Splinter Cell, and
stay out of
Vegas. I don't know. I only own 3 Tom Clancy games on PS3, both Vegas came out, End War. Ooh, alright, right, there's also End War, forgot about that too. I don't have it. The only Tom Clancy games that I have are H.A.W.X 1, 2, and the first Splinter Cell. I think those are the only ones, yeah.
Hey, bub, wanna sneak in and
Because the Extraction flopped.
Hey, all right, great. Let's get down to business.
Yeah, because beforehand they were only doing the Ghost Recon stuff, right? With Wildlands and all the other ones. And of course Rainbow Six Siege.
Fisticuffs.
They weren't even doing fucking Splinter Cell.
Taekwon Crow. Blastertron. Chaos. Sheepify.
The Chaos Stone is so fucking busted, like holy shit. Because I refuse to pay for an UB game nowadays. Yeah, I can kind of see that. After some point, the quality of their games just really fucking went downhill.
Frankenstein.
I don't know the exact point. I think it was probably either around Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Valhalla. Yeah, I think it was probably around when the PS5 first released.
Hey, bub, you're pretty
Around
good.
2019, 2020. That's when Ubisoft went down the gutter in terms of quality.
Stone Smash League, but if there is, you'd be in it.
Too easy.
I'll say 2020. Yeah, I think around somewhere around that. Because Valhalla, I haven't played it, but I still heard some decent stuff about it. Mirage? Alright. I don't even have Mirage. My brother does have Mirage on his PS5, and he played a little bit of it. And I think he also has Shadows as well. And you already know how that game turned out. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, wasn't there an Assassin's Creed that was just announced? Or whatever? I barely heard anything about it. I thought there was an Assassin's Creed game that was announced, which is recently.
How did I get in here without you seeing me walk past you? Secret Ninja Commando skills, remember?
Oh, my third favorite Assassin's Creed game? Really?
And you're
I
gonna
haven't
need all the
played it
ninja
yet.
skills you can muster if you're gonna get
That's a
past
big-
this
that's a big,
security contraption. And they've got this
That's a big statement compared,
over here.
even more than like the earlier Assassin's Creed games.
The ball in the do-hingus.
Come on, stop with the ads. This one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, I was trying to get the music playing here. Yeah. Black Flag Syndicate and R1 and 2. Syndicate? Black Flag I can totally see. Syndicate, though. Syndicate's probably like one of the easier games in the series. I find it decent, I guess, but that game is probably like one of the easier ones. The combat's kind of brain dead. I'll probably still say then 2 and Revelations are up there with me. Come on, get in there.
Yep, all in the doingus. Works every time.
I will hate you, Bean, since they've ruined one of the game's timelines. Timelines? Okay. My favorite game franchise, okay. Right, with, what was it, Tom Clancy? Or was it Rayman? Because they just focus more on the rabbits. I mean, thankfully we are finally gonna be getting a new mainline Rayman game. Although it's not like a full-on original game. It's just more of a remake of Legends. Oh, right, Metal Gear Solid. Why? Because they put him in Rainbow Six Siege or whatever? It was like one of them games, I think. Pretty sure one of the more recent Tom Clancy games also mentions Metal Gear Solid as like a reference when they bring back the main character from the Splinter Cell games. So we kind of already have. If you want to blame someone for Metal Gear Solid, you probably should put the blame on Konami first. That franchise was already kind of in the shitter beforehand with Metal Gear Survival.
Payday!
I do still need to fucking play the Metal Gear Solid games. But I do have a good chunk of them by now. Like with the HD collections and Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4. And the collection for 5. Yes, he just made Snake younger in 2026 and then 2008.
Buzz off!
Right. That time he's not like old Snake. Ground Zeroes will take you a stream? Maybe. If I wasn't going for like the better ranks. Because I remember spending I remember spending some time with that game when going for all the trophies for it. But that was the I think that was the PS4 version that was made that I was able to play for free with PS Plus.
Buzz off!
Fun little demo though for the game. That was probably the reason why I ended up getting the Phantom Pain afterwards.
Now that was a blast!
Still kind of shitty though, making it a 40 bucks demo. That was still a very shitty move.
Up high!
Played Ground Zeroes the other day, love it. Yeah, Ground Zeroes, if you take the initial price, it's actually a really fun game.
Don't mind if I do. In case you need a... refresher. Just
Play Ground
ball in this hole. Boomsticks.
Hi there, Hammond. Something good? We're just trying to finish off with Ball Blast's run from the Trap Team. It's just this and the last Doom Challenge left. Ooh, nice. Still pissed off Peace Walker didn't get single disc. You need PS3 collection to play it. Didn't they get a single disc on Japanese? Yeah, pretty sure it did, right?
Yep, all in the doing. Works every time.
That was just a Japanese only release. And with the PS3, they only gave you 2 and 3 on the cartridge. They didn't include Peace Walker for some reason. Is this a DLC? Yeah, it's the last DLC level. We already did the other 3. Yeah, I'm Japanese, but I can't read Japanese, right? You know what also kind of pisses me off though with the recent collections, that they don't include the more spin-offs like the Acid games or what was it called? Portable Ops? Because without those, I think the second collection is gonna feel a little bit gonna feel a little small in comparison with the first collection. I might just put it on my GSTV. Okay. That would be another option. Although I myself don't even have to fucking get the collections. I can just play it on my... I can just play both Peace Walker and MGS4 on my PS3 just fine.
Skylanders are the water element are stronger in this zone.
Hide and seek.
Break. Here we go. H.A.W.X, though, I have no idea how long that game's gonna take. Oh, thankfully the multiplayer for that one only takes like 3 people in comparison with the first game that requires 5. So at least that one's gonna be a little bit easier to get the online trophies done. Don't know how long that's gonna take though. I don't remember the single player for the H.A.W.X 1 taking too long. As you're aware, I don't like playing HD collections. I much rather play them original. Right. Gotcha. Rather just play like the OG PSP version of Peace Walker to the PSTV. It's just that. I never really got the idea to actually get like a PSP for myself as well. Because I did grow up playing a few PSP games here and there, but mostly just from, the console was from someone else. And nowadays I probably not even end up fucking using it a lot. Unless I would end up finding a way to actually use it for recording. It would probably just be more of a hassle than anything. Although I'm pretty sure that the cables that I have, my component cables that I have for my PS2 and Wii can also work for the PSP. That was just fucking emulated. I don't see point of getting PSP nowadays since Vita PSP exists, right? Then also, although you might also want to be more into actually using the UMDs, like actually having the games physically. in comparison with the PS3 where it's all digital. Shit, be sure I fucking skipped another section of the map. Damn it. Pretty sure I forgot about one area. Now this part is an absolute pain in the ass though. I fucking hate doing this. I absolutely fucking doing this goddamn segment. It's such a pain in the ass. Come on, these fucking things just love going around the damn hole. I absolutely fucking hate this segment. Come on, get in. Okay, one got in. There we go, got the other one. If you have a fast character, you'll probably push them into the holes. The bomb blast is kind of slow. Ooh, nice. Nice, got it. Did start Deadhead Fred other on PSTV. Oh. Did start Deadhead Fred other there? Deadhead Fred? What the hell is that? Deadhead Fred? Ah, okay. Never really heard about this one. Interesting. Cool design though. Reminds me a lot of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Villains are stronger in this zone.
This is it. The dark eye of tomorrow.
Indeed it is, my good man, and I'll be stealing it. Name's Nightshade, by the way. Best thief in all of Skylands. Ta.
It took you long enough to fucking get the damn thing.
Don't let him get away, Skylander! There's a shortcut right through that window up ahead.
The same shortcut that he took? The hell kind of shortcut is that then? Come on, get out. There's no one in these fuckers. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. Fuck you. Hit. Frick. Here we go. Hit it.
That was a blast!
Okay, got lucky with the health pickup there. Right, not a very long level, although I did accidentally skip certain parts of it by accident. I'm almost done with Konami Capcom games. I will make next aim go for every Insomniac game excluding Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, well, the franchise I care about, Ratchet and Clank. And the Resistance, of course. There's also Fuse, and I don't know if you care about that one. It was like a solo Insomniac game that they did. But I think it was much way into the PS3's life cycle.
Payday!
Right, that means you're probably gonna be getting Rift Apart at some point as well. He did say he wanted to get that game at some point. Don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get to the game, because I tend to take a bit of time to switch games here and there.
I'm afraid I am going to give you a bit of a drubbing as well. Engage.
Since Insomniac is my favorite PlayStation Studios, I am kind of looking forward to a new game though, in the Wolverine one.
But this is a case where you might want to make an exception.
Yeah, kind of at least. I still want to know what they're gonna be doing with it.
Over here, Skylander. Or is it over here?
Fuck you. Get away. Get away, fucker.
My apologies, Skylander, but I really do need to win. Hi, Skylander.
The Monica uses second. What's your opinion on God of War Warplay though? Because I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about that. Yeah, are you looking forward to that one?
And if it were up to me, I'd let you go. But the greater forces of darkness say otherwise.
Cause I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle a little bit over it. I still need to fucking play through 2018 God of War. So that's gonna take a bit. Here we go.
You have knocked me down to size, Skylander. But which one is me?
There you are. His health bar is really not moving at all. Here we go. Got him.
Nightshade.
Naughty Dog is overrated side them. Especially nowadays. Because mostly now they're just focusing on fucking Last of Us and nothing else.
To track this villain.
Well, Portal Master, I suppose it's in your hands now.
Sure. On to prison you. Although I think that now they're working on that intergalactic game or whatever the fuck it is, but I have zero interest in that. I won't be buying straight away since I only buying 3 more games than I realized this year. Right, I already don't tend to play that many new games per se because I'm only doing old shit. And my backlogs are pretty big as is, so there's that. Alright, now we're done with that. Let's go and finish this off with the last Doom challenge.
Finally! Welcome to the moment of your unimaginable doom! Now if you'll just stand right there, I'm simply going to throw all of the evil that I have at my command at you. Hold still, please. That's right.
Build phase.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Buzz off.
Although if everything goes according to plan, I might end up doing another PS5 game at some point. Don't know which one though. Because now I'm just gonna let the random name picker to pick the game we're gonna be doing from now on. To make things a little bit more interesting.
A Skylander from the undead element is required to activate this tower.
Let's start. And those 3 games are Silent Hill, Townfall, Wolverine, GTA 6. Right. You're still looking for GTA 6, right? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent with the GTA games. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I played a little bit of 5, and 4 was good, although a little too long. Especially with the fucking DLC. GTA 4 was fun. And I haven't fully played through the story mode in 5 yet, though. Maybe if I did, I'll probably change my mind, but I don't know.
Wave complete.
Beware the buzz.
And you see doing something like 2018 Spider-Man. I actually do have the game. If I do the game, I'm probably gonna be doing it on PS4. Because if I end up doing the Spider-Man on PS5, I want to do the remaster instead. So if I do the first Spider-Man game from Insomniac, I'm gonna do it on PS4 and then save the remaster on PS5 for later.
Buzz off. Towers are under attack.
Although for some fucking reason the remaster is exclusive to the fucking deluxe edition of Miles Morales or whatever the fuck they do with that. I really don't like that. I really don't like that you couldn't just straight up buy the fucking remaster. You have to fucking do some other bullshit just so you can just so you can redeem it. Like, it's exclusive to the deluxe edition of Miles Morales.
Power fully regenerated.
Which kinda sucky. Also, I'm pretty sure the remaster is the one that they just completely changed the look of Peter Parker for some fucking reason. Just make him look more like how he looks in the movies.
The mystery box of doom is under attack. Hurry!
My evil creature!
I think that's the first time we dealt with these guys.
Victory will be mine! Easy as 1, 2, 3!
I'll just do Remastered Rivalry since you get all the DLC for free. I already got the DLCs a long time ago.
The evil creature has been defeated. Buzz off.
I'd already purchased the season pass for the OG version a long time ago. So I was already prepped up for that. Come on. There you go.
Wave complete.
Alright, have a good night, Digby. Thanks for stopping by.
Build phase.
Just gonna be continuing on here. And then start working on H.A.W.X 2 later.
Start.
That was easy! Now try this on for size!
Come on, shoot. These guys are just getting stuck there. Okay. Yeah, these guys are just getting stuck in the rock there. Okay.
Too easy.
Come on, shoot. Why is that all the way there?
Buzz off!
These ways are taking longer and longer to get through. They're not hard, though. It's just that take a long time. There's just so many enemies at you. Nope. Shit. He got him.
Wave complete.
You barked up the wrong tree.
Build phase.
A Skylander from the dark element is required to
I
activate.
have a feeling we're probably gonna be opening up that box a few times during this whole thing. Because in the last Doom challenge, it threw a lot of the big guys, and those fuckers take a long time to go down.
Wave. Start.
Hide and seek.
One over here. Nope. Hit. Hey, don't even bother fucking worrying about the meter up there. Honestly, the fucking shield guys and the mummy guys make this a lot easier than the fucking birds. But they're like a lot slower in comparison.
You will meet your unimaginable doom!
Towers are under attack. Tower destroyed.
Out of here. That it? There's still more. Christ, these things can fucking drag.
Buzz off!
Nope. Still more. God damn. There we go.
Wave complete.
Finally.
Now that was a blast.
Build phase.
Yeah, we're not gonna have much trouble with this. The problem is actually gonna be really fucking long.
Wave. Start.
Anyone over here?
Foolish Skylander
No.
fool!
Hide and seek.
Easy!
It's gonna be really annoying sometimes.
Wave complete.
Beware the buzz.
Towers upgraded. Build phase.
Alright, 1/4 down.
Wave start.
Buzz off.
Nope.
Under attack.
Out of here.
Regenerated.
Why do these waves have to take so fucking long?
Towers are under attack.
Regenerated.
Come on, jump.
Dive and see.
There's still those two left.
Too easy.
Come on. Come on. It? Yeah.
Wave complete.
You barked up the wrong tree.
Towers upgraded. Build phase.
Let's see how long those turrets can last.
Wave start.
Shit. Come on, get out.
Towers are under attack. Tower destroyed.
I knew they weren't gonna last long. I knew those things weren't gonna last. Whatever. I think it's so goddamn annoying. Yeah, I don't care.
Hurry up! Destroy those towers!
That it? Yeah, here we go.
Wave complete.
You barked up the wrong tree.
If I was playing as a close range character, this might make things a little bit more interesting. Even if it wasn't even a trap master.
Wave.
Imagine trying to do this shit with the paraffin or whatever. Now that'll be a fucking challenge.
Buzz off.
Wait, don't fuckers. Shit. Out of the way. You were saying?
Wave complete.
Now that was a blast!
Build phase. Wave start.
Good, good. You guys? Yeah, we should make things a little bit more interesting because they're like fast as shit. How you gone? How you gone? Where you going? Over here. Yep. No.
Buzz off!
Hit it? Yeah.
Wave complete.
A single hit on the box there. Let's go. Don't even care if the meter went all the way to the red.
Build phase. Wave start.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of them. That it? Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Wave complete.
You barked up
Alright,
the wrong
halfway
tree.
done.
Build phase. Wave start.
The mystery box is being
Nope.
under attack. Hurry, Skylanders!
Bomb guys.
Easy as 1, 2, 3!
Buzz off!
Here we go. Good. Okay, a simple one.
Now that was
Appreciate when the game just throws one of those.
Towers upgraded. Build phase. Wave start.
Come on, hit.
hide and seek.
Sweet shit.
The mystery
Forgot. There might have been 2 more on the other side.
One of your towers was destroyed. You must wait for the next build phase to build a new one.
Go. I got him. The fucking those random ass barrels managed to hit the fucking crate. Come on.
Creature has been unleashed. Soon, victory will be mine. You will meet your unimaginable doom.
Too close.
The evil creature has been defeated.
Did it? Yep.
Wave complete.
Beware the buzz.
Build phase. Wave start.
Barely managed to hit it.
Buzz off.
What makes you say that? Yes, I can, bitch. You're not the boss of me. I'm only halfway through this damn thing, goddamn.
There is no shackles to this at all. For chaos.
Oh.
Hide and seek.
Out of here. Nope.
Finally, you will meet your unimaginable doom.
There we go. Sheesh.
Wave
That one's a little bit long.
Beware the buzz.
build phase.
Right. Next.
Wave start.
Buzz off.
Ooh, that's a lot of them. Out of here. Bitch. Wait, that's it?
Wave complete.
Okay.
You barked up the wrong tree.
If I was playing as any other character, that one might have taken a little bit.
Wave. Start.
Well, fucker. Tornado. Not a short one, I guess.
Hide and seek.
Alright.
Wave complete.
3 fourths down.
Now that was a blast.
Build phase.
We're gonna be finishing this in record time, at least compared to all the other characters we've done so far.
Wave. Start.
Hide and seek.
Let me check the other side. Okay, no, we're good.
It's impossible! Attack! Attack!
Anyone else? At least they're busy.
One of your towers was destroyed. You must wait for the next build phase to build a new one.
Hide and seek.
Who should take that show on the road?
Fucking thing always gets to the end where I'm about to finish with the wave. God damn.
Buzz.
Whatever.
Build phase. Wave. Start.
Is this just gonna be these guys?
One, two, three!
Wait, there's another one here. Shit. There's more.
Buzz off.
The mystery box of doom is under attack. Hurry, Skylanders!
It's fine. That troll's not too bad to deal with.
Evil creature has been unleashed! Soon, victory will be mine!
There we go.
The evil creature has been defeated.
Now that was a blast.
What are you doing?
Build phase.
Almost done. Come on.
Wave. Start.
On that side.
Buzz off!
Wait. There. Oop, I think I saw something. No, okay. Come on, you bastard. These things gonna be fucking long.
Buzz off!
And this is with the already overpowered fucking character, and it's still taking fucking forever. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh. See, there's still more. There we go. Finally.
Wave complete.
That made that one exceptionally fucking long.
Wrong tree.
Build phase. Wave start.
That was easy. Now try this on for size.
Buzz off.
You die. Oh, you die. Hit, miss. Here we go.
This is too easy.
Yeah, for me at least.
Buzz off.
No. Fuck off. There's still more. That it? There we go. Alright, one more.
You barked up the wrong tree.
A Skylander from the water element is required to activate this power.
Build phase.
Alright, last one.
Final wave.
The final wave.
Buzz off. Towers are under attack. destroyed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Towers are under attack.
Power fully regenerated.
Out of here. Fucking not down yet. There we go.
Buzz off!
That it? Yep, we're done.
Level complete.
Yeesh, took long enough.
No, no, no! That can't be! You can't beat chaos!
Yeah, we just kinda did. Twice. No. Alright, get out of here. We're done. Oh wait, no, there's still one more thing you have to do. I still need to show off his death animation. Because we haven't died yet. That's the one thing that we still need to fucking do. Alright, I know the perfect spot. We'll do that in the Doom challenge again.
Finally!
I can't skip the
To the
cutscene.
moment of your unimaginable doom! Now if you just stand right
At least the
there,
birds
I'm
do
simply going
a
to
lot of
throw
damage
all
towards this,
the
and this shouldn't take too long.
command at you. Hold still, please. That's right.
Build phase. Hive and seed. Wave. Start.
Now, to show off the one thing we haven't done a single time, that we never had to deal with during this entire run. Fucking dying. There we go. Alright, I think that will do it. Alright. That's finally Bumble has done, Trap Team. And goddamn, it took long enough to finish this off. I think we started doing this early on this year, but we kept getting fucking sidetracked into other stuff. I wish we're finally fucking done. So yeah, now we're done with this. We can finally start doing H.A.W.X 2. Right, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's take a little break. Then I can set things up. Shouldn't take too long though. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we're finally fucking done with Bumble Blast. Alright, so let me just change over here. Here we go. Alright, we'll be right back in a bit. And we are back. Now, let me just change back here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this game definitely took a while to fucking download though. For a second I thought the disc wasn't working again, but no, for some reason it naturally gets stuck on a certain percentage while downloading or just installing the data. And then it just works just fine. I always install everything before stream, so it should be fine. The only thing that I did before doing this was a save file shoot. But I think we should still be fine. I have not played a H.A.W.X game in quite a while. And we still need to fucking do the first game as well, because there's a few challenges left to do. I forgot I need to have the forgot I need to use the headphones so I can somewhat figure out how loud this game should be. Where'd it go? Okay, over here. Hold on. I held this copy the fucking Tom Clancy thing. Come on, this one. Okay, here we go. You know it. Face. What? Oh, maximum 5? Ah, come on. I can't call Bumface. Okay, fine. B-face. Let's see. Need to see if I need to do any changes to this. Audio. Subtitles. Are they on? No, they're off. Okay, let's turn that on. Let's see if there's anyone actually playing this. There probably isn't. Yeah, it looks like you can still play this just fine though. Attacks increase in frequency throughout the globe. Yesterday, 3 nuclear devices disappeared from a Russian compound without a trace.
Shortstop, Echo 4, starting my second sweep to the west. I'm seeing much more activity this time, multiple contacts.
Echo 4, copy. Our contacts confirmed hostile.
Echo 4, no hostile activity at this time, but they are well within the outer perimeter.
Echo 4, copy. We're alerting the Ready 5 now.
H.A.W.X lead?
Clear to taxi to runway and await clearance for takeoff.
Okay, can I? Options. Okay, difficulty. Let's see. There we go. Expert. Or changing the mission had to restart. You want to continue? Yep. Don't know why the game just didn't give me the option to immediately select the difficulty right from the get-go, but whatever. Okay. Pretty sure there's like 2 trophies I have to keep in mind. They're all missable. Getting there. Okay. This is mission 1, right?
Clear to taxi to runway and await clearance for takeoff.
Okay. Might be a little bit rusty here.
Be advised, we have multiple unidentified contacts west of FAB. You are weapons tight at this time. Contacts may not be engaged until identified.
Oh my god, look at the frame rate.
Attention all personnel. The base is a condition Bravo.
I do not remember H.A.W.X 1 being this fucking laggy.
Report to your assigned shelter immediately.
Okay, became a little bit better the second all the other vehicles got out of the way. Did I just... Yeah, just spawned over there, the hell? Okay.
Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Clear for takeoff.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Proceed northeast from your current position to an abandoned village marked on your TAC map. Investigate possible insurgent activity in the area.
It's already been a while since I last fucking played this, so might take a bit to get used to the controls.
Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. New contact at 280, 6 miles. We got a supply convoy moving through the area at this time. Check the area for hostiles.
Okay. Friendly supply convoy. Alright. The hell? What was that all about?
Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Contacts are not hostile. Say again, not hostile. Gunslinger 2-6, shortstop. Your next objective is the road bridge northwest of your current position. It's a friendly OP located in the hills southwest of the base. Conduct a close approach and determine if it's still secure.
Nothing so far.
Echo 4, new contact, 180 relative. Convoy of civilian trucks, numbers 9, heading for the base's north gate at high speed.
Reaction force units are en route to challenge the incoming vehicles. Provide support as needed. Copperhead 1-1, shortstop. Gunslinger 2-6 is on station and standing by.
Copperhead 1-1 copies. We can't get a positive ID on the inbound, so I'm gonna order them to stop. Wait one. Attention unidentified vehicles, you have entered a restricted area. Attention unidentified vehicles, you have entered...
Ooh. Ooh, there goes one.
Control's not responding.
Gunslinger 2-6, engage and destroy the...
Time to engage.
Don't let them reach the base.
Fire.
2-6, shortstop. Vehicle destroyed. On target. Good shot. 2-6, shortstop. New contacts detected. Echo 4 confirms as hostile. Repeat, hostile. Direct hit on the vehicle. That's a kill. Good shot.
Okay.
Gunslinger 2-6, this is shortstop. Good work. You're clear to return to base.
Alright. The base for the briefing. Okay, pretty easy mission. I'll do, I have a feeling there's probably gonna be more coming up.
All units, this is shortstop. Missile alert. I have tracked...
Missile.
No, 10 missiles
Shit.
inbound to Prince Faisal.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be something. But there goes the base.
Clear our airspace. We are under heavy attack.
Down I go. Well, that wasn't a good landing, now was it? Ooh, crash test, nice. First trophy. Complete the first story mission on any difficulty. Okay, there we go. Now let me fucking pick the difficulty. Don't know why it wasn't letting me before. Colin Monroe, Royal Navy. Oh, playing as a British now?
Due to recent events in the Middle East, the MOD has put the Navy on notice for possible deployment. All carrier pilots must be certified for flight duty within the next 24 hours. You will be conducting air combat training as part of a joint readiness exercise with Air Force units in Scotland. All weapons fire and damage will be simulated using virtual combat systems installed in your aircraft. Your combat and flight performance will be evaluated in real time by instructors on the ground. Monroe, as new pilot in the squadron, I'm going to be paying special attention to you. Report to the flight line for your aircraft assignment.
Can I pick any Eurofire Typhoon? Oh, okay. This is the vehicle that lets us get to Mark 2. We're probably going to be spending some time on this mission, because you have to get 2 trophies in particular. So we're probably going to be farming out in here for a bit.
You're clear for takeoff. Proceed to nav point Alpha and wait for further instructions.
How do I use first person mode?
Heads up.
Let's see.
Lads, the Navy's here. Welcome aboard, mate. We'll try not to embarrass you too badly.
This is Bulldog to all flights. Stand by to commence exercise. Watch your altitude and position at all times. I don't want anyone getting
there we go.
and hitting the side of a hill. Monroe, since you're the new man in the squadron, we'll be evaluating your performance first.
That's probably assistance awful.
Your performance will be scored at the end of each segment. When you've completed the objectives for each segment, I'll clear you to proceed to the next one. That's it. All flights commence exercise. Repeat, commence exercise. All right, Polaris, your first training segment is basic air combat maneuvering. We'll begin with a basic gunnery exercise. We'll start with a large, slow-moving target. Check your radar. There's an H.A.W.X plane flying a basic patrol circuit in the training area. Engage it with your cannon.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna just fly around. Or going at Mach speed. I have to make sure that I don't take too many turns though. That just makes me lose my speed. I don't quite remember what is the speed for Mark II. I think it's like 2000? Yeah, I think it's like 2000. So you have to spend like at least 60 minutes on that speed. But that's gonna take a bit. Thankfully, you can just keep flying around like this and just wait for both trophies to pop them. So yeah, right now we're just already farming out 2 trophies. One for doing assistance off for 60 minutes, and also the other one for going at Mach 2 for 60 minutes as well. And now you just keep doing this over and over again. I should probably just stick closer to the no wait, no, I can't. I don't really get a good view because the camera's always gonna be... The camera's always looking at that thing, so it's a little hard to see where the boundaries are. I don't know if the disc just stopped spinning. Not making any noise, but I'm playing the game just fine. I think this might also be a good point to just have something else playing while we do this. It is gonna be taking a bit. You have to do this for literally a fucking hour. Nice, what do we have here? Mm-hmm. Wait, okay, I might still need the headphones. Let's see.
This is horrible Pokemon.
Yeah, okay. Wait. Yeah, wrong one. Okay, I picked the wrong one there. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Things are already decreased. Then do this. Man, what was this one all about? 'Cause I think I did watch it beforehand, but I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. Fucking ads. Fuck off. Goddamn ads. Right, what do we have here?
Decoy voice chiming in on this one, responding to a Hassan clip, writing, he gets called out for hypocrisy, and his answer is, well, the top streamers are richer than me, so help me catch up. LMFAO. The clip captioned, Hassan responds to chatter asking why he always farms subscriptions considering his wealth. Let's take a look at the clip.
We got a hype train going, 4 minutes. You already know what the deal is. It's a hype train. Support the Piker Broadcasting Service. Support the People's Broadcasting Service. Almost said the wrong name for it. If you support the show, you support independent media.
Independent media, while he has the backing of Bezos's Twitch. And no, I don't just mean he's like streaming on Twitch. I mean that Twitch literally gives him preferential treatment.
And if we get to level 10 hype train, you can do that by subscribing. There's no ads on the broadcast. If you subscribe for $6,
Dang, Clancy's favorite dog shocker, I guess.
Or gift subs for others so they too can enjoy the show.
He spends like the next minute or two really trying to get people to subscribe and donate. I'm going to skip forward to the last 30 seconds of that because it's just so tedious.
Or level 23 hype train yesterday. I'm expecting much better performance from you motherfuckers, okay? H.A.W.X Jr., thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Oh my lord.
And now that finally takes us to the segment where he gets called out by his own chatter and goes on a generational cope.
Or generational crash out.
Why are you enticing your viewers?
So good it becomes part of the legendary series.
Take money anymore from donations? I don't know. Maybe because when Moist Critical makes one YouTube video, he makes $10 million off of that fucking YouTube video, and subscriptions.
Yeah, at least he's not blaming Asmongold for it this time.
Of gaining revenue for myself and my entire fucking operations, and I can't just like travel all around the country, and you know, pay for the hardware, pay for everything else without any revenue streams whatsoever.
These are insanely horrible points. First of all, he's got so many revenue streams. Like, aside from memberships, he's got his ad revenue on his main channel. He's got these clip channels. He's got donations coming through the stream. I've never watched this on stream. I'm not going to start. My next point is, though, he might also be running ads on his own stream on Twitch. But he's acting like it's really all coming down to memberships. That's clearly not the case from what I've seen. And then he's bringing up these trips. Okay, the trips are, if we were to take a look at the expenses that the trips cost him compared to his revenue, his income, it's probably such a tiny marginal amount that it's a completely, like I said, highly weak talking point. And then on top of that,
also, this is the same guy that just wastes money on fucking ugly ass clothes. They're probably way more expensive than the trip itself.
The money that I have and just like dump it into the fucking stock market, which is something that I'm not doing.
I don't believe that either. A guy like this, you're telling me I'm supposed to believe that he doesn't put any of the money he makes into the stock market? Highly unlikely. Maybe he's trying to do some semantical thing here where he's like,
I don't know. He might be dumb enough to not fucking do it.
Dumping it.
You know this type of person that he is.
Like, yeah, I don't invest the money in the market, but my financial advisor, I don't know what he does. That's his choice. And ultimately, none of us would really care what this guy's doing with his money. It's the hypocrisy that makes it amusing. Again, it goes back to the classic title that he has of being a champagne socialist. He's LARPing now as if he's, you know, just a brick and mortar style hardworking person. And he's only making so much money. He's not like those Moist Criticals or anything. And again, it's just such a LARP, bro. It's such a LARP.
Moist Critical also literally owns multiple businesses. Like, what are you talking about? If only you had a DSA maroon hat, yeah, I'd rock it right now, but I can't, you know? Also, the federal government is up my ass at this point, so, you know, I'm going to have to...
I wonder why.
And I don't... Like, there are a million different revenue streams that I could partake in, which I choose not to. This is it. The only thing is just voluntary subscriptions, okay? Voluntary subscriptions. You don't even need to subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. People choose to do so to support the show. Here's what it is. Okay? I don't run ads. I don't take sponsorships.
I'm so surprised people even fucking still support this fucking prick.
Strike down channels that are generating revenue off of my content. I don't care about any of that shit. I'm like, yo, go ahead, have fun.
Then why are you losing your shit about trying to put a lawsuit on more Pegasus then?
Obviously, it's
my god, this guy is so fucking disingenuous.
At the same time.
So apparently he does not run ads on his Twitch. But I still don't understand why he's acting like the memberships are his only revenue stream. Doesn't he accept bits on Twitch and this other stuff that we already talked about?
Right, also doesn't he stream on YouTube or whatever?
And why is he trying to act like...
And doesn't he also get the ad revenue from YouTube or whatever?
Like, the man quite literally very recently just bought like 20 different suits that he keeps rotating on stream, right? And he's done this before. He's done this exact thing before where he denies flaunting his wealth. I was actually going to make a video on this last week, and I kind of got tangled up in some other stuff, but I should actually do that. I should make that video now that I remembered. I got to write that down. But he was talking about, like I just said, rather, let me rephrase. He was responding to criticism of someone saying that he's like a person that flaunts his wealth a lot, and then he denied that. And I, like, within a few minutes, already had 5 different examples of him flaunting his wealth. So, like, come on, who are you trying to fool? I guess he fools his own viewers, which, you know, it's shocking.
I mean, they're dumb enough to fucking fall for it.
They're not exactly known for being the brightest bunch, are they?
With 100 community gifted subs,
the people that are dumb.
I think we do
the person that are dumber than the sun are the people that take them seriously.
High quality data center and computing resources.
Fuck off. Goddamn ads. Alright, and then he also pulls out this shit. The fucking We Are Charlie Kirk song.
So you're telling me this guy just got 100 gifted, and to celebrate that he pulls up this We Are Charlie Kirk song, and clearly is like mocking the dude. Now, this might be the trashiest thing I've ever seen a song do, which is saying a lot for someone who's already that trashy. And for context, if I recall, he debated Charlie Kirk all the way back in like 2018 or 2017 once or twice. And I'm pretty sure he dodged Charlie Kirk every single time since then. And then in 2025...
Yeah, because he know he wasn't going to be able to fucking debate him without making himself look like a fucking dumbass.
Own Charlie Kirk. He was going to debate him and own him, but now he can't. After he dodged him for years. That was his spin. Oh, I was going to debate him, but now I can't.
Sure you were. The same way that he was going to debate fucking Next Taku.
Show, like mocking Charlie Kirk now that he can't even defend himself. Holy smokes, man. That might be a whole new level of pathetic. We'll close with a little more public reception to the clip that we've been watching. We saw the decoy voice comment earlier. Here's some others. We've got, he's willing to engage in insane consumerism, buying all the luxury he wears and uses, but isn't willing to put money on the stock market. Okay, seems a bit performative. And the fact that his audience just lets him get away with saying this dumb stuff is proof that they have no values. Bunch of white rich kids wearing socialism and consumerism as an aesthetic. 2 options.
Communism.
Option 1, lie. Option 2, deflect and blame someone else. Hassan picks both. He's literally a Jeff Bezos partner as per his partnership program with Twitch. What a filthy capitalist. And like I said earlier, even more than that, he gets preferential treatment from Twitch, from this massive corporation owned by a much more massive corporation. I could dump my wealth into the stock market, but it's better for me to take money from you people. At least he's being honest. All right, that's the latest in some public reception. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think, and have a wonderful week ahead. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. It's not just a fucking content goal, because the dude's always such a fucking prick, and they're always gonna make fun of him. Damn it. And he's just, damn it.
All flights commence exercise. Repeat, commence exercise. All right, Polaris, your first training segment is basic air combat maneuvering. We'll begin with a basic gunnery exercise. We'll start with a large, slow-moving target. Check your radar. Plane flying a basic patrol circuit in the training area.
I'm gonna have to fucking do this again. But at least the timer did save, which should be fine. Yeah, this shit's gonna take a bit though. Fucking ass, man. Come on. Come on. Why is the fucking YouTube ads are so fucking intrusive? You.
As Keir Starmer and his government have been threatening for months, they have now pulled the trigger on the social media ban for people under age 16. Now, of course, as we know, this is not actually to protect children. This is to harvest data because, conveniently, if you're an adult, to prove you're an adult, now you got to send in your private and or biometric information to the government.
Today is a big moment for our country.
Unless you're using Blue Sky, because for some fucking reason that didn't get restricted.
For our children and our future.
Yeah, because we all know why. It's a fucking Blue Sky echo chamber. Blue Sky is such a fucking left-wing echo chamber.
Social media for all children under the age of 16.
Social media has absolutely been a net negative for many reasons. Of course, there are some benefits as well, but it's largely been...
Yeah, ever since Elon Musk bought X.
It's brought a lot of problems. It's made things a lot worse for a lot of people. This is definitely not a good way of going about combating that issue. And like we said, pretending like they care about children, we know what the real reason for all this is. H.A.W.X writing about YouTube's response here, prefaced by saying that a lot of affected tech companies have not yet reacted to this.
If they actually give a shit about kids, they would also ban fucking...
Speaking
they also would have banned Blue Sky.
Jay Stoll said, YouTube is a vital resource for young people.
But y'all know why they didn't do it.
Blanket bans push kids out of such curated, supervised, beneficial experiences and towards anonymous, less safe services. As for Blue Sky, there's been some conflicting information.
Really? This is like your big thing, Keir Starmer? I'm pretty sure there's like way more important shit going on in the UK right now than fucking banning off social media.
Many sources out there are saying that Blue Sky is not included in this ban, that Keir Starmer is okay with people under 16 using Blue Sky, that once again it's not going to be a part of the ban. However, other sources are claiming that Blue Sky actually will be a part of the ban. For example, breaking, the UK government confirms that Blue Sky will be included in the ban on social media for under 16s. The government said it will be banned because it is a, quote, user-to-user platform whose purpose is to enable social interaction, unquote. And if you thought that 22-second long clip of Keir Starmer earlier in the video that we watched was bad, well, you got to check out his full take, 2 minutes and 22 seconds long this time, and filled with just non-stop gaslighting.
Every parent wants the best for their kids. And that's what being a parent means. And for me, for my 2 kids, all I've ever wanted, hand on heart, is for them to be safe and for them to be happy. And the rest is up to them.
The nerve of this man to talk about wanting children to be safe, as his policies have directly
affected
and
people, have really affected people's safety, with all the fucking migrants just fucking killing each other or whatever.
Some of the most violent people from other countries to come invade his country. And a lot of these people, these violent freaks, they go specifically after children. It's well documented. Now, to be fair, the UK...
Yeah, because they really tried to fucking hide some fucking grooming gangs.
Had a problem
they officially tried to fucking hide that.
Starmer took office. But his policies have not made it better. They've made it worse.
But you know, I think back to when I was growing up, and I have to say, I think we had it easier.
Yeah, because we didn't have you as a fucking prime minister.
That changes so quickly, where technology intrudes into every area of their lives. And we know that harms them. The response from parents in the consultation has been absolutely clear. Thousands of parents say their children are addicted to social media. It can leave them trapped in a cycle of endless scrolling that displaces play, sleep, and time with the family.
That's true. Like I said already, social media has brought some benefits, but a lot of issues for a lot of people.
However, not the biggest issue the UK is dealing right now.
Now, of course, there's an argument that adults should be free to do what they want, but that aside, that moral argument aside, it's objectively true that doom scrolling and like nonstop looking on social media and constantly having your attention split in many different ways negatively impacts people of any age. And like we've all said a million times before, we'll repeat it a million times more if we need to, this guy doesn't really care about protecting children. This is all a farce. And the last thing about this, why is he acting like these parents have no control over what their kids do? Now, far be it from me to act like a connoisseur on this topic when I don't have kids myself, but like, there's definitely responsibility for the parents to be controlling this stuff. And the way he's framing it, he's acting like, oh, the parents can't do anything. They're just helpless. With
And especially nowadays, you shouldn't really put too much stress on the fucking government.
Yeah, no. It can harm.
Let them do all the work for the children.
Frankly, parents need our support on this. That is why today, the government has decided to ban social media access for children under 16. It's a big step for our country. Now,
Didn't they try to do that in Australia? And that didn't quite go as well?
We haven't rushed into it. We've looked carefully at the evidence. And we'll have to adapt our approach as technology changes. Learn from other countries which are taking similar steps. And it's fair to say that this decision has been resisted, and it will face resistance from some of the most powerful companies in the world.
Here's another example of Starmer's classic gaslighting. Now he's trying to frame it like the only things against this new policy is powerful companies. Dude, there are parents that are against this. There are kids that are against this. All sorts of individuals that are against this, not just powerful companies. Oh yeah, everyone supports this except those powerful companies, and you don't want to support the corpos, right? So support us instead.
But we will take them on, and we will win. Because the need for action could not be any clearer. Social media is making our children unhappy and unsafe. And as a parent, as much as a Prime Minister, I just can't let that go on anymore. Because our children deserve better. They deserve a happy, safe childhood in a stronger, fairer Britain.
Yes, closing
Definitely not stronger with you as a Prime Minister, that's for fucking certain.
For example, we already talked about the issues with social.
And also, this is like the easy swope that the government tries to fucking get their hands on. Because if you let them ban social media for kids, who else are they gonna end up banning later on? Because that's like, you can't, if you take if you give these people one inch, they'll take a mile. Like what happened with Friends or whatever, because they're already trying to ban off shit, even for adults in Friends as well on X. So it's just if you let this shit slide for kids, what else are they gonna end up censoring out?
Media, I acknowledge that, but this is not a good way of going about it. This guy is a manipulative liar. Like I said, now I'm just being a broken record. We already addressed this. His ending statement was essentially recycling the same points he made in the prior 2 minutes of that video. So we'll move on from there. Let's close with some public reception to Keir Starmer's official post and his official video that we just watched. We got Madam Savvy writing, "This is a control thing. You're very mad people are sharing what's happening. Parents have all the tools they need. Change your culture, educate them, and make the streets safe. 17-year-olds are getting stabbed in the neck as they walk." Pippa B writing, "Why don't you ban the migrants? That's a greater risk to our children. Dumping thousands of unknown men next to our schools." We got Aunt Middleton writing, "We don't want you to do anything apart from resign. I'm going to have to help reverse all the damage you've done once I'm mayor of London. So please stop with your lies and control freak tendencies. Regards, future mayor of London." And
yeah, we'll see.
Babbitt writing, "Multiple governments doing the same thing at the same time. Not sus at all." That's the latest for now. We'll leave it there. As always, thank you for tuning in. Be safe out there, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, it's always very suspicious when the government wants to quote-unquote help you out. It's always very fucking suspicious because you never know what they're up to. Every fucking time I try fucking switch the goddamn video, I always end up fucking going too close to the fucking exit there. Sheesh. Goddamn ads, come on. Okay, here we go. Right, here we go.
Oh no, this is horrible for the modern audience.
Oh no, not them.
Reportedly shut down Compulsion Games, the studio behind South of Midnight. The report comes.
They shut down that one studio. That studio.
Were worried about their studio's future. He later added that some of his sources were senior staff who said there was real concern inside the teams. Compulsion joined Xbox in 2018.
Yeah, won the Peabody Award. Didn't stop it from fucking shutting down the studio, though.
Microsoft has not commented on the report so far. Now, I saw something hilarious the other day. There was this YouTuber, this black YouTuber, who was saying something like, "You guys always tell us to make our own stories, but when South of Midnight came out, you guys were so critical of it." And it's like, dude, have you seen the player count for this? You guys didn't even play this game either. Now they're getting shut down.
We didn't play, motherfucker. You didn't play either.
You didn't even show up. You didn't even buy the game. Like,
The modern audience never shows up. We don't you know the fucking rules by now?
doing a great job of supporting the stuff that they demand. As you can see right here, these are
Yeah, look at that. Barely even passing 100.
1,438. Round of applause. Great job. So South of Midnight's player count was 1,438. And it's funny how that's so close to the title of 1348 Ex Voto, which was another modern audience flop. Like, you literally just switched the 3 and the 4. This is like, what's the word for it? It's like too perfect. It's too hilarious that it worked out like that. Here's an example.
It's almost like the modern audience never, you know, arrives to help out.
She had said,
or it doesn't exist at all.
"I hate gamers," trademark.
Trademark.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Yeah, trademark gamers.
Hates gamers. Whole studio gets shut down. Wow. You know, who could have seen that coming? But the modern audience will tell you, like we already discussed, that they'll support this stuff. Go make this stuff. We'll support it. Show the gamers. Own the gamers. Yep. You really showed us. Look at this complete nutcase clown. Asian and white, aka white adjacent.
What the fuck?
I'm happy and proud to announce that I've joined the amazing team.
Okay, so you're dumb shit. Okay, gotcha.
9+ years in the gaming space as a content creator, I'm excited to begin my journey and make an impact on the other side of the industry.
Other side?
Dude, wonderful,
Sure.
wonderful impact. It's mocked by
Such good impact that you immediately shut down the studio after one game.
Great legacy. Let's see if there's
Yeah, we see. If you left off one that legacy.
Account is completely locked down. Well, we can take a look at the bio. She,
Her, Bipan, socialist woman.
Corpos everywhere.
Oh my fucking god.
Find me elsewhere. Keep
stalking me crackers. What the fuck?
Dude, how could you be this trashy and immature? Holy smokes. Publicly makes terrible posts.
My fucking
you guys are stalking me. We're only looking at this again because apparently y'all just
Oh my fucking god, these are actual fucking mentally ill fucking retards. Like, holy shit.
Told me she wasn't going nowhere and she wanted to make games even more woke. Guess who's crying to sleep tonight? So she had said, according to the screenshot, the sheer level of scum-sucking filth that permeates the gaming industry is abhorrent. I'm disgusted to even share an interest with so many people. Oh my gosh, it just gets better and better. Response says, yes, the space is filled with all that. Get out of the hobby while you can. Go, please. And she responded, too bad, not going anywhere and making your games more woke. Have fun crying yourself to sleep tonight. Oh my gosh, this all aged so poorly for her. And excuse me, I actually read that wrong in the beginning. You know, sometimes the one eye thing gets to me a little bit, but she said she didn't say people, not so many people. She said so many terrible people. And it's like, yeah, okay, look in a mirror. Like, she's in the finding out phase. Her smug egotism here really aged like a fine milk, didn't it? I just had to sit back, close my wallet, and watch it all.
Close the wallet.
Base. Oh my gosh, I didn't even catch
Oh,
the picture.
nose piercing theory, let's go.
Septum piercing. Why is it so many of these people? They have to think the exact same. They have to look the exact same.
It's the nose piercing theory all over again.
Hive mind status. It's funny how people used to try to be unique with these sort of piercings, but it's so overdone now. Like, we've all seen that a million times. That it has the opposite effect. You see someone with a piercing like that, you don't think unique. Nowadays, you see that and you think, wow, how unoriginal. Some more interesting information here. We've got Not Akira writing, when South of Midnight launched, many gamers pointed out Sweet Baby Inc. involvement. Now the studio behind the game is shutting down.
Also, bitch, if you want to look like a cow, you didn't have to fucking put a ring on your nose. You just have to go outside and eat some grass.
Games, entire studios rather. It's interesting how so many game studios that have hired Sweet Baby Inc. end up with the same fate. The post continues. Time and again, the gaming industry chose to ignore what the players actually want. Instead of focusing on giving us great games, companies keep chasing trends that follows an agenda that we gamers reject. This are great news overall because we are protesting with our wallets and we are winning this fight.
Sweet Baby Inc.
Once again, and we did it loud and clear. They really put Sweet Baby Inc. up there. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Names that you're probably familiar with. Names like Chris Kindred, Kim Belair. A company working with Sweet Baby Inc. is a clear message the game is not for me. Exactly. As soon as we know that a game has been infected by activists, we run far away from that game. And going back to Grum's tweet about this, he said, community manager for Compulsion Games, makers of South of Midnight, hated gamers, white people, and Asians. They just closed the studio. And Heelverse Babyface responds, saying, ah, yes, where the developers gave their black main character powers by H.A.W.X notes, picking cotton. Dude, there's no
way. What?
Did they really do that?
Huh?
Did they really do that? That's crazy. Were they trying to, like, reclaim? Was it like a reclaim thing or something? Like, what on earth? We got Master of the TDS.
That can't be an actual thing. What the fuck?
From South of Midnight, which they developed, gets her powers from being a weaver.
Yeah, can't believe that fucking H.A.W.X in Freedom Cry didn't get any powers from picking cotton as well.
But upgrades them by collecting floofs, which strongly resemble cotton. So effectively, you spend the game powering up by collecting something that looks an awful lot like cotton. But no, clearly gamers are the problem. You just, I don't even know what to say. Sweet Baby Inc. apparently worked on this. You know, they signed off on all this stuff, so this is what they want.
Yeah, so they left that shit slide. They didn't see the problem with that. I guess they weren't working overtime on that one, I guess.
To release. This is their, what's the word?
Sifudu.
Okay, not really. I'm being hyperbolic, but, you know. Standard SBI sort.
Oh, more Portuguese here. Not Portuguese, Brazilians probably. Vitória Prosantivo, que mentira o maluco trabalha na 353 Halo Studios que odeia armas também. Por favor, diz que sim, por favor, diz que sim. When he says kick, I'm just imagining he has like a fucking One Piece laugh or whatever. Just sounds like fucking like one of the fucking giants from Little Garden or whatever.
The game, I guess. This guy's going all out. Noxious villain. Tags a bunch of the companies that, if I recall, Pika had in her, Katie, whatever her name is, had in her bio. Says, your respective companies should remove all affiliations with her. She's racist and highly prejudiced. Her words and actions reflects upon your image. Thank you, and I sincerely apologize for bothering by tagging you all. God bless, and have a beautiful week ahead of you. And the last response we'll take a look at is this one that reads, seems like by now companies should probably get rid of the community manager position because it seems to always get filled by some communist who has no talent or skill in actually making games and just ends up being PR poison for whatever company they're representing. I don't even know why this happens, but it does seem to happen very frequently.
It's favoritism, that's what it is.
Community managers being the worst sort of people in a community management position. It's like they do the complete opposite. They do a horrible job. There's a lot of examples of this. Here's another one. Anyways, that's the latest. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Mike? Funny enough, though, I barely heard anything about that fucking game, man. Like, I knew it existed, but I just not heard anything about it. Like, I knew it existed, it was announced, and then it just kind of came and went. I don't even remember when it was released. Yeah, what else do we have here? Yeah, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, the demo shit.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So it looks like we're returning to
The more,
demo situation.
yeah, the demo situation is absolutely fucking diabolical.
Ladies and gentlemen, because Deme just simply can't stop tweeting about her current drama. If someone was close,
do not stop your opponent shooting themselves in the foot.
To her and actually cared about her well-being, they would be jumping on her phone like it's an active grenade, because the more she posts on social media, the worse she looks. She has doubled, tripled, and even quadrupled down on her recent mean girl behavior and even her hypocrisy regarding the related situations. And now she has stooped to a new low, posting very clearly fake screenshots of her critics to try to slander them and get a quick own on them while justifying her own recent behavior. Also in this video, we're going to be looking at the defenders of Deme. And let me just say, they are a very interesting bunch, trying to cope with the fact that there's recent clips of Deme perhaps being pounded live on stream, as well as coping with the fact that she's been outed as a massive hypocrite. And they've really shown they have absolutely no standards, no principles whatsoever, defending her just because they don't like the people she is beefing with. Now let's get a quick rundown of what's
typical VTuber drama that you get nowadays.
So she came out with this post saying she's very uncomfortable with not safe for work art made of her. Many people, including Chibi Reviews, would point out the hypocrisy of that statement, given the fact she is routinely reposting very suggestive art of her VTuber model. She
did that shit on stream.
Actually attempt,
even if it was either or not a joke.
Instead, she would say that he's the guy whose fiance literally cheated on him, and you can see the memes. For someone who's constantly preaching about men's mental health, she's not doing a very good job of that. Also, bringing up someone else's lowest moment and their previous relationship opened up a can of worms for her because people started digging into her.
That's what we call Streisand's effect.
Where she was with this streamer who she claimed verbally and physically abused her and even slashed her leg with a knife, leaving a 7-inch scar. She would eventually get back with this individual, and all throughout this process, she would make routine posts shaming people for ever bringing up the lowest moment of her life, which is exactly what she did with Chibi Reviews. Then she would make a new post on the 13th saying how busy she was in Japan and that she was really just doubling down on everything, and that, well, it's okay because she is a bad person and she admits that, and yeah, dodging accountability like her life depends on it.
Like she fucking made like she's the Matrix.
Advocates for mental health for women and men, but not for Chibi Reviews. Why, you ask? Because she thinks he's weird. And even that statement itself is very pathetic.
You don't think you're a weird lady?
Really her own thoughts. She ran to her Discord server and was basically trying to gauge how they would respond if she made a statement and what she could say to make it look real, among other things. And when that didn't work, shortly after, she would post this saying, addressing the drama, with a link not to her direct main channel, but instead to a 24/7 rerun channel. And, well, that's very ironic and desperate, especially given the fact just hours before, she was mocking people for farming Twitter engagement because they're poor.
Ah, come on. I was already out of it. Fucking ads. Come on, fuck off.
And then, well, the next day she would wake up, still in Japan, having a great time, by the way, and she would feel the need to flex on everyone by claiming she bought
She bought a Rolex.
Really giving that Pokimane type energy. If you're a broke boy, just say so. But things would take a very interesting turn over the last 24 hours, where this clip, among others, would go viral. You know, remember the whole fact that her standard with her VTuber model in art is that she doesn't want her character to be straight up pounded. She will not support posts
Right,
like that,
and then she does this shit on stream allegedly.
have you. Well, some people are bringing up a clip from one of her streams where they believe she is being pounded while live streaming. Now, we will never know the truth unless she actually says it. And honestly, I'm giving this more for context for her next post, because otherwise you'd be like, what is she even talking about? But for the clip itself, you can see someone diabolically left a comment with timestamps of all the things that sound suspicious during that stream. And I gotta tell you, from listening to it, I mean, there's a lot of weird things going on, right? She's like randomly moaning. She can't really concentrate or read anything on the screen. She's constantly like moving back and forth. And there's even like skin to skin sounds in the background. Like it's if it's real, that's some very diabolical and very TOS behavior by her. But of course, these posts will go viral.
Well, you're the fucking sex expert over here.
And people thinking this is another layer of hypocrisy, and people would start making
Come down there, sex haver.
this, mocking the situation, where she would then quote this exact post with this now edited post. As you can see, all of this is grayed out, not because she changed any of this, but because she edited to remove this. So she attached this image of a very clearly fake screenshot from Chibi Reviews, where in the fake tweet it says, went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day. Now, if Deme had the attention span necessary to actually dig into anything before she impulsively started tweeting out fake screenshots, she would know this is the real tweets, where he went to Walmart and saw someone holding a baby kangaroo and said, that made my morning. So here you have Deme not only sharing a fake post, but ultimately perversing a very innocent and wholesome interaction where someone was holding a baby kangaroo. But she wasn't done.
Bring a kangaroo to Tennessee. This shit.
Very visible, very public tweets made by Chibi Reviews talking about this anime right here, which his comments.
Next time she tried it again.
The theme of that anime, and she posts this as some proof of, I don't really know what. It's, again, not debunking anything he said, but as people pointed out, she's on a trip to Japan. She's made everyone know she's on a trip in Japan and having so much fun as she tweets daily, crashing out over this drama, but also trying to use Chibi liking a very well-known anime and making a joke about it while in Japan.
Oh lord,
like some very
the lop over here.
But then she would edit the tweet, of course, adding on, has to update the tweet since I don't want to spread misinformation. My bad on that. And people were not buying that, saying, yes, you did. That's why you did it. While leaving in misinformation still, referring to the actual body of the tweet that we'll read in just a second. This person saying, you're still doing it, by the way. You have no evidence to back up your claims, so pack your bags. You got caught and exposed yourself as a grifter. And then down here, she says, whoopsie, I accidentally posted a fake image to hundreds of thousands of followers without knowing it was fake. My bad, guys. Never again. But here's the actual text. We'll read through it here. Chibi fans want to preach about men's mental health while making fun of a man's attempt. I got slashed accidentally when I pulled the scissors away from him trying to save his life from a horrible decision. Their obsession with the puck fantasy also checks out. Okay, let's just pause for a second here. We're attacking fans now. Okay, she's not even directly addressing Chibi. She's going after fans. And by the way, fans in this context is anyone on Twitter making fun of her or criticizing her. Okay? She's casting a giant net on anyone who's being mean to her and saying they're Chibi fans. Right? And also, I just find this interesting given the history of everything. She's now changing the narrative to say it's scissors instead of a knife, which she said on stream was a knife. He said it was scissors.
Yeah.
Now she's coming out all
No,
these
now
things
she's
later
confirmed that it
to
was a scissor, not
clarify that. I just
knife.
thought it was worth pointing out.
Yeah.
And
Not being
then
inconsistent, but whatever.
You can see this
Not
part
a
right
big
here about
deal.
this fantasy. Bad timing on that one.
Especially with the extra context we're getting.
And that, but, just that whole aspect is probably a subject she doesn't want to touch upon too much right now. But she continues on saying, I had no idea that Chibi Reviews tried to take his own life, and I don't wish that upon anyone. Well, here's the problem. You made fun of everything else about the situation that he did not have control over whatsoever. So drawing a line here is interesting, to say the least, but also, how do you not know? Like, the video that she's referring to from Chibi Reviews is like 3 minutes. Don't you want to check out the 3-minute video before you make a whole response bringing up the guy's lowest moment? But she continues on saying, as I
This is
said
a fucking
before,
someone that never left
about the
fucking
guy
high
in
school
general.
mentally.
You've been tweeting about him for days. He made one reply. You could have ignored it or just responded without being psychotic about it. But she says, I'm not going to apologize to a guy who dated a teenager while he's pushing 30. So obviously she is manipulating the language here to make it sound like he's some sort of a predator, when in reality he was with an adult. As far as we know, that's the ages that are public right now. So she's using this terminology of teen to wink, wink, nudge, nudge that he's doing something very, very wrong. And also pushing 30, Deme is 26. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
It's you're pushing 30 as well.
Of thousands of dollars for a lawsuit that never happened, not really elaborating on that whatsoever in her post. I don't think she
no proof on that at all.
like
She just kind of mentions it.
Without actually looking into it, and is just regurgitating it. That's why we ended up with fake screenshots and stuff like
Again,
that.
typical fucking high school shit.
But she continues on saying, never in my life have I've heard of people siding with a cheating future wife in any scenario, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not surprised the guy doesn't understand boundaries/consent. Well, that's insane. So you're implying something very heinous about the guy. Again, she's using this very manipulative language to paint the guy as some sort of a dangerous person. She continues on saying, if you want to hate me through how I speak and carry myself, fair game. However, if you're going to always complain about harassment in Twitter and cause harassment on me, getting physically harmed, it makes no sense. He didn't do any of those things.
Yeah, he didn't do it at all. He was just making fun of your hypocrisy.
Guys, the trip is going so well. She is having the time of her life, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake, she is having a ball in Japan. She's totally not coping. But the replies,
she wouldn't be fucking responding constantly.
You really wouldn't have to go through the trouble of writing all this mumbo jumbo if you just wrote a simple, yo, sorry, my bad, that was a bit out of pocket. Yeah, literally this would have diffused the whole situation and everyone would have moved on in the first 24 hours. But here's another one saying, this is you right now. You are digging a hole so deep you won't be able to get out of it. The lies, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the Darvo, people see through it all. And you are getting obliterated in the comments. Some people even saying that, well, based on her own actions, that she might be the bad actor in the relationship. An interesting theory. Gonna just advise you to delete your account and graduate. You're not escaping this. Dude, you went full regard. So on and so forth. And here was Chibi's reply.
Nice reference there.
On a separate tweet because he's blocked. Right after this all started, after she replied, she blocked him, preventing any direct engagement on Twitter, which is a very odd move because she's calling everyone pussies and all this stuff, and she's locking replies on her tweets. She's blocking the people she's been tweeting about endlessly for days, not giving him a chance to directly defend himself, especially when she is saying some heinous stuff about the guy. But he says, VTuber Deme has now started to use a fake tweet that was created to slander me when I was doxxed and got swatted by police. The fake tweet was created likely from this post I'm quoting. She is now doubling down on Kiwi Farm's rhetoric and lies to attack me. Shameful behavior. And yeah, it really is shameful behavior. It's been like a 4-day long crash out for her.
And probably still gonna keep going.
Criticism on the subject, and it's evolved into something totally embarrassing. She looks like a massive hypocrite, a mean girl, among many other things. But don't worry, there's so many people willing to defend her despite how bad she looks right now, and they are coping hard. Here's one post quoting a screenshot from my channel saying, on the one hand, it makes it absolutely clear the main hypocrisy in question is her bringing up the chibi reviews censored.
Why are you censoring chibi reviews?
She went through similar experiences herself.
Wait, he's fucking Voldemort or something?
On the other hand, it's censored chibi reviews, bro. So I'm glad these people are making it very clear that they have absolutely no principles, even when they identify pure hypocrisy and it's being pointed out by someone like me. They don't care because the subject being targeted in this situation, her attacks on chibi reviews represent someone this person doesn't like. Therefore, it doesn't matter, and they support whatever Deme is doing. And you can see the replies destroying this individual, saying, censoring...
Which antidepressant are you on?
That is diabolical. Grown man censoring a YouTuber's name like some K-pop stan on some random forum or something. Like, this is so beyond pathetic.
Take your meds, schizo.
Savvy asking, which antidepressant are you on? Why are you censoring his name like chibi reviews is some racial slur? You're mentally 10 years old. Well, here's another defender. Really,
another mentally 10-year-old.
Defending Deme, saying engagement farming off of the outrage of predator defenders and basement dwellers in your mentions is insanely based. Oh yeah, it's insanely based to
She's not gonna fuck you, dude.
Engagement farming hypocrite who shames.
She's getting fucked by someone else. Just stick to the cuck chair.
Peço desculpa. Fui-me embora. De banco que me fazia ligar.
Shut up. Don't care about the goddamn bank. Please shut up.
Poor. Also, this guy completely mind broken, reposting
her buying the Rolex.
That is just brutal behavior to support this sort of shameless flexing, this insecure flexing, and be like, yeah, that's a W right there. That's so based is just pathetic. But then again, look at the person making this, calling people basement dwellers. This guy has 200,000 tweets in less than 3 years. 200,000.
Yeah, damn me, but I don't tweet that
in
much.
Less than 3 years. This, ladies and gentlemen, is asylum behavior. Okay? Completely deranged. You know how many tweets that is? That is thousands a day. That's crazy. Go outside, bro. And then people...
Yeah, and it's all many?
Crazy. How many tweets that is? That is thousands a day. That's crazy. Go outside, bro.
Yeah, that can't be
and
right.
People mocking this guy. Basement dwellers. Look inside. Neck beard. Acne. Receding hairline. Pack it up, bro. She's not going to F you, even if you had a
pair of scissors.
Diabolical. But then you can see someone saying, are those predators in the room with us? Because that is apparently what this guy views everyone criticizing Deme as. And the guy simply says, you're here, aren't you? What a witty reply. You know, again, these people love watering down these terms, and we've seen people projecting about this sort of stuff end up being outed as deranged people themselves, so I guess start the clock. But here's another situation where someone is kind of laying down what's happening here. A very simple takeaway here, saying two things to be learned here. Before mocking someone for being cheated on, make sure you don't have a effed up love life yourself. And if someone stabs your leg, coming back to that person is the most regarded thing you could ever do. And one of the Deme defenders says, all she said was this. There's no her antagonizing him, just laughing at something from months ago. That's it.
Huh?
You could spell it out. You could lay it out on a platter for these people, the way that this is hypocritical for Deme to do when she shames people for bringing up her lowest moments but does it to others, and they still just won't get it. They refuse to get it whatsoever. And people are pointing out in the replies, You literally don't even know what antagonizing is whatsoever. And the original poster replies to
these
dunking
chuds
on him by saying, OMG, these chuds. Ah, it's the chuds, ladies and gentlemen. Those dastardly chuds striking
pronoun
anyone I don't like on social media.
Pronoun and sure? What the
overall,
fuck?
This is kind of like the final takeaway. If she just kept her mouth shut, she wouldn't be losing subs and followers across the board. If she just ignored his comment or even made it and said, yo, my bad, that was a little too much, let's move on, she would have avoided all this. But it's been a 4-day crash out for Deme because the second accountability and criticism comes her way, she goes bonkers. She's completely lost her mind. It's opening up so many different realms in her career and life that was probably not even known until now, but thanks
right, again, the Streisand effect.
Relevant.
She just kept her mouth shut, nobody would have been walking out through all this shit.
But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing, and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams a week here, live on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, my fucking god, these people are such fucking dumb shit. They always just end up shooting themselves in the foot so fucking easily. I'm pretty sure this is about to fucking restart again. Yep, yeah. It's always when I'm about to fucking keep difficulty. Always when I'm about to fucking switch the video, god damn it. Hopefully the fucking car doesn't restart every time I screw up with the checkpoint here. I don't think it does, but you never know. Alright, what else do we have here?
Okay, Summer Game Fest.
What do we have here? Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart again. God damn it. Always in the middle of me switching the fucking video. I always screw up with this. God damn it. Alright, hold on.
Okay, Summer Game Fest events. So many to talk about, so many game announcements. I kind of want to give you all a brief rundown of everything that was announced at all the different showcases that kind of happened within the same time period. And since the Xbox Game Showcase is one that I didn't stream, I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to go to Summer Game Fest, State of Play, Nintendo Direct. So, let's do it. Overall, I'd say it was a pretty good season of game announcements when you really kind of break down the variety.
Is this the one that we mentioned, the Assassin's Creed game? I don't remember.
Levels of announcements that we got at these events overall. It's a pretty solid summer of game announcements and showcases overall. The Xbox Game Showcase kicked things off pretty strongly with Gears of War E-Day. And, you know, Gears of War is Gears of War, right? But it looks better than ever. And then beyond that, this is a pretty pivotal moment in the Gears of War lore, right? I mean, it's in many ways like an origin story. It's Emergence Day. It's an event that many people and fans have been looking forward to.
Was the main character always this
realize, and you get a lot
not
of
bulky at all?
Characters back, so
I guess that was just the armor.
Genuinely, really excited about, and it feels like Gears of War returning to form here, so that's great to see. And there is a release date for this one. Gears of War E-Day comes out on October 6, 2026. Now,
no, wait, no, yeah, they definitely made it not as bulky compared to the original games.
Marks Xbox's return to exclusives. H.A.W.X is kind of trying to bring back Xbox, and Gears of War E-Day will be only coming out on Xbox, and it feels like they're kind of slowly rolling back the whole like no more exclusives element that they were going for when Phil Spencer was at the head of Xbox. You know, Halo still has to come out on PlayStation because those contracts have already been signed, and there's reports that
very weird that they still made the Gears of War remake on PS5 and then just still make that one exclusive.
It feels like generally, like a lot of those big single-player Xbox titles, you know, campaign-driven experiences and whatnot, those are going to be exclusive, and it feels like we're back to, you know, console war mode for Xbox. That seems to be the direction that H.A.W.X is headed in. Same thing with Clockwork Revolution. That's going to be Xbox exclusive. Next came a showcase of Fable, and here they reveal that Haley Atwell, who many of you know from the Marvel movies as Agent Carter, will be playing a major character in this game. I believe she's playing, like, the villain, actually. So that's really cool to see. But beyond that, beyond showing, you know, some cool gameplay and some of the kind of visual fidelity that we can expect, one of the key announcements that came from this Fable showcase was the return of none other than Jack of Blades. And the game's coming out on February 23rd, 2027. Jack of Blades being the main villain from the very first game. So it'd be cool to see how they integrate that villain into this new Fable story. Next came the showcase. How they bring him back? And one of the surprising elements of this game is that the campaign from Halo 1 that it's remaking is actually being expanded. We got new missions that highlight what happened 1 year before the events of Halo 1. And, you know, so new missions is always good. Additional content is always good. And I just, in general, I gotta say, this game is looking really good. Visual fidelity-wise, I like the color palette that it's going for. It's very vibrant. It looks very Halo. You know, obviously, hardcore fans will break down whether, you know, some of the changes that they made are good or bad and whatnot. But overall, you can tell that they're really aiming high with this remake, and they're trying to be as faithful as possible while adding some modern sensibilities that may or may not be controversial, as it tends to be with fan bases of the, you know, original version of a game. But I think it looks gorgeous. I think they're on the right path so far. We don't have to wait long at all for Halo Campaign Evolved. It comes out on July 28th, 2026, like in a month, basically. Then we got a Plague Tale kind of popping off here with a new Plague Tale that shows incredible graphics fidelity and quite the evolution for the gameplay of this game. Seeing the evolution of this series that has garnered quite the loyal fan base has been really cool to see. And I mean, it looks truly spectacular.
I guess they're always just switching the main characters, I guess.
Gameplay scenarios, the combat, the way that has evolved, the cinematics, and just all the various aspects that have clearly seen a significant upgrade as developers get more and more in tune with this series and, you know, the potential that it has. This is one to look out for sure. There's also one that's not too far off. A Plague Tale Legacy Resonance comes out on August 27th, 2026. And it's coming out on Xbox as well as PlayStation. Now, this one right here is a big one for Persona fans like myself. Persona 4 is seeing a revival through Persona 4 Revival. It's a remake of the beloved entry in this popular series. And it looks really gorgeous. You know, you can tell that Atlas has been, like, really upgrading the, like, character models and the visual fidelity. You know, still got that Persona stylized visual aesthetic. But, you know, you compare the graphics here to Persona 5, you can actually see a significant upgrade in the way they're portraying this specific stylistic visual aesthetic. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, the interface is awesome. The character model upgrades are awesome. And there are new voices here. It is going to be a new cast, much like it was with Persona 3 Reload. But from what I can hear so far, I think everyone is sounding really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this game...
All right, dude, which one of you are you going to voice?
What is already beloved and gives it new life, but also like how it modernizes certain things. I'm a Persona fan, so this is pretty thrilling. Now, this one we'll have to wait a little longer for. It comes out on February 18th, 2027 on basically all platforms except Nintendo, seemingly. At least for now, but it's one that definitely...
Yeah, at least they're finally stopping with the fucking PS4 releases.
Next up, we have the showcase of State of Decay 3, which is a beloved zombie game that is kind of heavily tied to the Xbox brand. And I'm not one who's been, you know, who has gotten into State of Decay as much as I'd like, but this is an entry that I'd love to check out. I've heard a lot of good things. I know there's a loyal fan base surrounding this one, and it looks like they're doing a good job with, you know, the next entry in this series that many fans have been looking forward to seeing a next entry for. There's no specific release date on this one, but there is a window of sometime in 2027. So, you know, we're going to have to wait like a year for it, but, you know, let them cook, I say. Now, here's something interesting for Sea of Thieves. They're actually allowing players to create their own custom content. Sea of Thieves is already a pretty beloved game after all of the updates that it received.
Oh, fuck, is this game still going?
You know, player customization and player agency, and for player custom-made content to be an additional element to this will just make it that much more endlessly replayable. And this is actually all a free update that's coming out in just like a week from now on June 18th, 2026. So that's a great addition to a game that already has a ton of content. Next up, we got Metro 2039, an entry that was announced sometime back that I covered already.
Metro.
The announcement trailer, but we actually get to see some gameplay here. And
I actually did recently get Metro.
Like there's nothing.
Metro Last Light, I think.
You know, if Stalker is more of like an open world version of this kind of Soviet apocalypse, if you will, this is a lot more like handcrafted, campaign focused. You know, very story driven, very focused, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like it just the fidelity, the lighting, atmosphere, the tone, the art direction in general, and then, you know, the creatures, the monster designs, everything just looks phenomenal. And this feels like an entry
zombies and the
I don't think
mutants.
people want to miss. So this is one that I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for. This one also comes out next year, but we got a more specific window of February of 2027. And then we got this game right here called Join Us. It seems to be like a survival game slash settlement building game.
Okay.
I guess there's cult elements involved with a lot of sense of humor. It would seem could be fun. I don't know. I'll have to kind of actually check it out. But it looks like they're going for something unique, so that's something. Join Us also comes out next year on
no restrictions, finally.
2027, and it comes out on all platforms.
That's probably for using off
Senua, which I was not expecting to see. I thought we'd have to wait a lot
Senua?
longer.
You mean Senua?
Hellblade game.
Now I need to make sure that I go.
I mean,
go Mark
the last
II.
Hellblade game took forever to develop, but I guess now that the technological kind of base for it has been established, they can just like work on expanding upon what they made with Hellblade 2. And this looks like it's going to be a lot more expansive than Hellblade 2. One of the biggest criticisms of that game was that it was too short, and it didn't feel like the full potential of the series is being realized. But it feels like with this, they're really going all out. The combat looks a lot more evolved, and hopefully it'll be a lot more expansive as a game and won't take as long to come out. The name for this is interesting. It's just called Senua, and it is a brand new game. It's coming out in 2027, so we're definitely not waiting as long for this one as we did between 1 and 2. So that's good. And then we got another disappointing Bethesda showcase. It feels like just Bethesda. It takes them so long to make a game, especially with Elder Scrolls 6, that they just keep showing us more Fallout 76, and it's something that
that people are just people get a brand new game.
They always just show more Fallout 76 or Elder Scrolls Online, and it feels like they got nothing really truly substantial and exciting cooking aside from the projects that take forever to make. Now, I will say the new expansion for Doom Eternal does look pretty dope. The Doomslayer ripping off the armor, and it's just all him, very medieval. It's a cool entry, and, you know, more Doom is always good, so there's a cool showcase here.
Although the Dark Ages wasn't as good as Eternal.
And it's coming out,
I believe, in the
future, July 7th, so in a month. Now, here is a game that people have been waiting for far too long. The new Crazy Taxi, folks, looks batshit crazy and insane and awesome and like unapologetically Crazy Taxi. I actually got to see some gameplay of this at Summer Game Fest Playdays. I'm going to do a separate video talking about the games that I played and saw early, but this was definitely like a highlight. People were like just giggling and just overjoyed that Crazy Taxi is coming back. This was sorely missed, so this coming back is one of the big highlights, I think. And then out of freaking nowhere,
the fucking
Xbox comes
K-pop
out with
Demon
this
Hunters
limited
designs there.
Xbox that, I'll be honest with you, do I need this? No. Do I want it? Yes, because it looks so freaking sick, and it harkens back to like OG Xbox. And I think this is kind of a highlight of Asher Sharma and Xbox's intent to like bring back Xbox and to really kind of lean into its identity. The console, I think, is going to be way too expensive, you know, given how much consoles are right now, and, you know, almost $1,000. Is this going to be worth it for that price? I don't think so. But for those who can afford some luxury, this is, I mean, this is freaking sick. Then,
I don't really like the color. That sticks out.
Age of Empire 4 expansion, that looks pretty neat, and that comes out in fall of 2026. Then from there, we moved on to Minecraft Dungeons 2, which is basically Diablo for kids. And, you know, it's neat. Coming September
Interesting.
2026. Now, this game right here really compelled me and surprised me. It's this, like, magic-themed first-person action-adventure game, but it's not like magic in the sense of, like, Harry Potter, but it's, like, more magic in the sense of, like, magic tricks that are real. Right, it's got all of the magic tricks flares, like cards and
like a magic
wands
show.
that actually do real things. So the vibes of this is very trippy, very surreal, very cool,
very like
mind-bending,
1950s or whatever.
I am looking forward to checking this out. This one kind of took me by surprise. Another game that I'm really looking forward to is this one right here, Valor Mortis. I'm a huge fan of Souls-likes, and this one right here is very unique in that it's a
first-person Souls-like.
There's actually a demo out right now. I got to try it out, and so far I'm liking how it feels. I'm liking the vibes. I'm liking the way it plays. I'm liking the mechanics. And I mean, and the demo doesn't even show the extent of what we'll experience. I mean, stuff like this looks phenomenal, and the monster designs and the setting. You know what I mean? And freaking Napoleon being the one who's like kind of guiding you through everything, and some of the skill sets that you get to learn and abilities that you get to have. It looks really sick. I think as far as Souls-likes go, this is one that is one of the more unique entries in that genre. And thankfully, we won't have to wait long to play this one.
We'll see what we get from that, I guess.
2026 on basically all platforms. And then more Bethesda, more Elder Scrolls Online. You know, been there, done that. Flight Simulator is getting some new updates. That's also cool.
Okay,
but
cool.
It's, again, this is more familiar territory, but for people who enjoy Flight Simulator, this is great. We got to see more of the new Castlevania game, and I gotta say, like, Konami lately, when it comes to like proper game releases, they've been cooking. Like Metal Gear Delta was a good remake overall. What they're doing with Castlevania here feels like a nice evolution to the traditional formula. I love this art style. The combat looks
at least when they let other studios
and,
work on their IPs instead of just being done in-house.
That they've kind of botched in the past, but lately it feels like they're trying to like take these franchises and do them justice in a serious manner. So I do appreciate that here. And this one doesn't have a specific release date, but it does come out soon on October of 2026. So I'm excited to play this one. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Then there's this like old school anime inspired like adventure game. I don't think they show a whole lot of gameplay, so I don't know exactly what this is. But it feels very cozy and wholesome.
Reminds me a lot of Heidi.
Also very, you know, I don't know, mystical. Though the music goes a little dark for a second, so maybe there's some dark undertones. I don't know what this is, but I love, you know, the Cuphead-likes, if you will, that are tackling different genres and aesthetics and making games to that effect. This is coming in 2027, so we'll find out more, I suppose. And then comes the big teaser, Persona 6. Unfortunately, this was already leaked prior to this announcement, but everyone knew that Persona 6 would be coming at some point. We're not getting much here, some dark undertones for sure, but I think a lot of the new Persona like teaser trailers tend to be like darker, and this one, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of graves, and yeah, I don't know. Death maybe is a big part of the theme of this game, but it's basically just a big old teaser and logo sequence, and then we get the title. P6.
I mean, it was a matter of time before we finally got Persona 6.
Fan, this is my jam, so I'm excited to see what they do.
Although Persona 5 came out so long ago, though.
Very wholesome platformer, and seeing like a brand new entry for it is something that's.
We got 6. Persona 5 came out on the PS3.
Here we have In Exile's game, Clockwork Revolution. Really, like, quite a big step up from their previous games. Like, what was that one game? Wasteland. That's kind of Fallout-esque, but CRPG style. This is more in line with like Fallout, but like steampunk or something along those lines. And this is also exclusive to Xbox. This is yet another game that highlights Xbox's intent to go back.
Art style for some reason reminds me a lot of.
A lot of things exclusive.
What's that fucking game?
Big single-player releases.
The first-person one, where you play as it was Dark something.
Players as possible, but. This game right here.
I don't remember what the name of it was.
Xbox are going back to exclusives. But yeah, game looks dope. It has like time travel elements when it comes to the narrative.
I think it was the same.
Probably even the
same thing as like Prey or whatever.
And all the while, there's a lot of that sense of humor from something along the lines of Fallout or Outer Worlds. So it looks cool. Aesthetically, it's very, I think, really unique, and I think it's definitely one of the more anticipated Xbox titles. And hopefully, it's as good as it looks. But yeah, time travel stuff. Fascinating indeed. And as for when it comes out, we can fast forward here, and we can see that it's coming in due time. but 2027, no specific release date, but yeah, Xbox console exclusive. There it is.
Fucking damn it. Get up. Fucking ads.
For Xbox was Call of Duty. A lot of people were like, stop closing things on Call of Duty. Like, don't get me wrong, people love Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is still just Call of Duty. It doesn't have to be the big closers.
The shooty bang bang.
But I do love that this Call of Duty is, you know, as a Korean, set in Korea. I love that the logo says Call of Duty Sa. The logo is actually how you spell the number 4.
Korean. Interesting.
But made to look also
is
like the number 4.
Battle Royale?
That's really cool. But yeah, there's the DMZ mode, extraction shooter, basically. And so, you know, it's Call of Duty. It looks dope. I like that they're going back to more grounded Call of Duty, and none of that whatever weirdness was the last entry with the campaign that had like all this supernatural stuff that really didn't make sense for a Call of Duty game. But this looks legit, and the Korea setting, I think, is one that a lot of people have been looking forward to. There's just a lot of cool stuff they can do with that setting, so
we'll see what they do with it.
How they close it off, and that's the Xbox showcase. Now let's move on to Summer Game Fest, which, you know, had some pretty bangers to kick things off with. Starting with, I mean, if there's one way to kick things off, it's Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is a pretty pivotal entry in the overall Resident Evil lore. And this looks, I mean, incredible to get to
before we get to 5, if we get to 5.
A very beloved entry that doesn't have a mainline number, but is still pretty vital, and it looks phenomenal. This is one that got a lot of cheers, and them opening up with this already gave us yeah, you can hear the cheers literally during the stream. So phenomenal way to kick things off. And then as that wasn't enough, another major new release
Alien Isolation 2
anticipating for a long time is the sequel to Alien Isolation. That was a very beloved title, and to see Alien Isolation 2 be a reality is also something that
I do wonder what the hell happened with
it. So this being the game that followed...
Why did it take so long to get a sequel?
You know, one banger after another. Oh, and in between those two games, we got the announcement that not only is there Cuphead 2 being in development...
some development hell, whatever?
8-bit style Cuphead game.
Maybe the license right now?
Development, all of which is cool. People love Cuphead. More Cuphead is, you know, nothing to complain about there. And then came this presentation right here from the guy who made Eco, Shadow of Colossus, Last Guardian. We've got something more mech focused, and this straight up just reminds me of like Gurren Lagann, but very like visually dramatic and I don't know, almost like Iron Giant-esque. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the themes and you know what the plot will be, what the gameplay even will be, but you know, this guy delivers very like profound experiences, and it feels like that's what they're aiming for here. The frame rate is looking very rough. You can definitely tell that this is early gameplay footage. Hopefully they can refine everything, but I'm digging what they're going for here. Whatever this is, I'm compelled, and I want to find out more. So, you know, great way to continue this streak of awesome showcases. And then there's this game right here that came out of nowhere. I think they might have shown it before, but we got to see like a really extensive look of it. This is Blood Message. And it's an action-adventure game involving this dude who has to, like, deliver a message, and he has to fight his way through crowds. And clearly, like, the narrative and the performances and the presentation, the cinematography, all those things, it's a very cinematic experience, very campaign-driven. I actually got to play this at Summer Game Fest Playdays. I was blown away by the fact that all of this is actually, like, you know, you look at this and you go, it's too good to be true. But this is actually how the game looks and plays. And I'll talk more about that in my future video, where I'll talk about the games that I played early and that I saw early. But this one, I actually got to go hands-on with. And if it's already as good as it is, like just playing it at Playdays at this stage of the game's development, I can only imagine how it'll be when it gets fully refined and it fully releases. But yeah, it's the actual game itself is as visceral and brutal as it looks here. This Chinese devs are cooking lately, and this looks, I think, absolutely incredible. Then we got more Stranger
actually get
Than
some
Heaven.
interesting stuff there.
Taki Kuroda being there is pretty cool. What nobody anticipated was frickin' Tupac, you know.
What?
Of all people. And obviously, discussions online have been very mixed. Some people are like, that's kind of cool. And others are like, you're bringing a dead person back. One of the strangest things. But I actually did get to go hands-on with the combat of Stranger Than Heaven. And it's very different from Yakuza. I'll talk about that in a future video as well. And then there's this.
We'll
game
see
right
what
here
we
that I
get
think
from
is an
that, I
action
guess.
Shooter, but with very like sci-fi supernatural elements. The vibes are very unique, I think. H.A.W.X? I think that's what it's called. It's almost like if Remedy, you know, if the control setting had an extraction shooter, it's kind of the vibes that this gives off. Very cool indeed. Next came the presentation of another Souls-like, Mortal Shell 2. Open beta is now live, so you can actually check it out.
I heard some decent enough stuff about the first
Mortal
one.
Shell 1 was a game that had rough edges and that, you know, it very much felt like the first game. And it has a lot of potential, and so the fact that there is a sequel coming where they can really refine everything is I think a really cool thing. Then came this game right here, like Wild West. The game is almost what it looks like. You can make your own Wild West style, like walking mech, and engage in shootouts. And I think it's a.
I was not expecting someone to mention to reference that fucking movie with Will Smith.
The mech aspect as well. From what I understand, I'm not exactly sure, but it is a cool way to bring that genre to life in a video game. Actually, I just Googled it. It turns out it's like a PvE extraction shooter, but with customizable Wild West style mechs. So it's not a survival game, but, you know, yeah, a lot of extraction shooters coming out lately. A pretty saturated market. I don't know how this will fare, but it is definitely a unique take on it. So hopefully, you know, it's as good as it looks. Now, there's a server slam for the game going on right now, so for those who are curious, you can check it out. I'll have to play it myself and see how it ultimately fares. Then came more showcase of Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag, the remake to Assassin's Creed 4, one of the fan favorites of the series. I think it looks great overall. There's some changes where we'll see if fans enjoy, you know, like the combat is different and stuff like that. But overall, like, it looks gorgeous, and you know, it's one that I certainly am looking forward to seeing how they've reimagined it and made it better. Now, this right here is another banger. Platinum Games, one of my favorite.
Should have gotten the fucking trophy by now. Hey, hold on. Yeah, I got the restriction. Peripheral vision. What's Mach 2 in kilometers? Oh, this bit. Oh, I'm barely reaching that fucking speed then. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's like 2,450, but I'm barely fucking reaching that. Oh, boy. Okay, so this is gonna take even longer than anticipated.
Game studios, like, best in class when it comes to making action games.
This shit's gonna take longer than anticipated.
Ninja Turtles. And beyond that, not any TMNT, but The Last Ronin. There's no gameplay or anything, just like this teaser that basically says we're working on this game. This one is pretty hyped. Next came the showcase of Crossfire, which is this tactical third-person military shooter. And the big kind of unique feature of this one is the cover system, where it's not just you're in cover or outside of cover, but the character model actually, it automatically positions itself based on what the terrain is and takes cover that way. And it's a lot more about, like, your positioning versus enemies' positioning.
Sorry, forgot to fucking put this shit back. Fuck. Always when I'm fucking doing something with the video, goddamn. Alright, whatever.
Positioning, so being in cover doesn't guarantee your safety. If, you know, somebody's, you know, higher up, they can still shoot you down and stuff like that. So it's a much more
Wait, hold on, I might need to do something first real quick. So I don't know how much more time I still have left with this.
expansive and much more simulated cover system. But with all that, you've got all these like supernatural elements and like a much more narrative-driven experience. You know, the campaign is very much meant to be very story-heavy. So whatever this is, it looks very cool. I did get
nice. So the Mark trophy's still gonna take a bit
in the future video detailing what I saw and played early. But
I have to make sure we hit the max speed with this thing.
Franchise, but
it takes a bit.
Kind of taken to the narrative-driven single-player campaign experience. So I think that's pretty cool and interesting, and I hope this pays off. I love games like these that are very focused on tactical decisions and stealth and all these things. Then you've got a showcase of Control Resonant, a lot more like cinematic, like very like vignettes of cool moments. I got to play Control Resonant at Summer Game Fest Playdays. Very cool game, aesthetically very unique. And the action gameplay, very Devil May Cry style, but also with the blueprint of Control. I'll talk about that later on as well, but this is definitely a very anticipated game for me, coming out on September 24th, 2026. Then we got this game that at first I thought was High Guard 2, because like some of these designs look like High Guard, which goes to show like how uninspired High Guard's character designs were. But actually it turns out it's Guild Wars 3. And Guild Wars 2 is among the more beloved MMO, so a brand new entry in an MMO like Guild Wars is a pretty big deal. Not a lot of MMOs reach the number 3, so this is a pretty big announcement. And you can see right here that
not my type of game,
will begin on fall of 2027. So it's still some ways off. Next up, we got Star Wars Galactic Racer. I also got to play this at Playdays, and this game, y'all, do not sleep on this. It's awesome. The sense of speed, the sense of like just chaos and impact and all these things. You can tell this was made by the developers of Burnout. It actually plays as well as it looks. This is actually among my most anticipated titles right now because of how impressed I was by the gameplay that I did get to engage in at Playdays, at Summer Game Fest Playdays. And there's a whole campaign and everything, but yeah, it drives great, it feels great, there's a rush in adrenaline that is fantastic.
Same developers as Burnout?
Racing as well. And
interesting.
Yeah, the stakes feel high when you engage in these races where it's very easy to crash, but it makes it that much more thrilling to master the mechanics. Coming out on October 6th.
It takes so fucking long to get to max speed on this thing.
Called Blast Harbor, where you like fish, and it's very like aquatic focused, but it's also got like zombies and stuff. I'm not exactly sure what kind of game this is. I'm intrigued. It feels like Last of Us meets Dave the Diver or something. I have no idea. They just say wish list now. There's no indications of a release window or anything, so we'll have to wait for this one. And then RGG took the stage again to show off Virtua Fighter. But
Virtua Fighter, interesting.
Of its like single player campaign, which seems to take inspiration from like Street Fighter 6, which has that like third-person action adventure style campaign gameplay. No doubt there will be traditional fighting game mechanics. I mean, you can see the perspective shifts that happen where you go full fighting game mode. But obviously there's also a big emphasis on like the campaign and cinematic storytelling and narrative and all these things. So I don't know. It looks dope.
Still take a bit.
But I want to see more of like the actual fighting game beyond the campaign. But the fact that they're putting so much attention to the campaign is also very cool. And then they showed off some RuneScape, which I'm very, like casual about this, so it's not something that I'm like wow about. But
very different compared to like the traditional RuneScape.
It could be pretty dope. Then we got to see some gameplay of Soulframe, which is basically fantasy Warframe. I think there's a pre-alpha out right now that you can play, and Digital Extremes. They've been at it for a while, and the fact that they're working on this new game, and given the goodwill they've built up over the years, this is one that a lot of people are looking forward to. Obsidian announced new content for Grounded, the bug survival game where you're little guys in a big bug world.
It is.
So that's nice for those who enjoy that game. Mafia Old Country is getting an expansion, which, given the short length of the base game, people who wanted more will definitely get more of that with this new entry. That expansion comes out on August 14th, 2020.
Story expansion. How long was the when was the game release? Because that was all
and then comes
like
this game right here,
yeah, last year.
The guy who used to helm Assassin's Creed, former creative director of Assassin's Creed, kind of left Ubisoft to start working on his own stuff. And this right here is basically Witch's Creed. It's just instead of focusing on assassins, it focuses on witchcraft, and you play as a witch. And I love that concept and that idea. And it's called 666 Amsterdam. I'm excited to see more of this.
1666
And then they announced a new Saw game, because why not?
Saw game.
Apparently it's a 3v1 multiplayer game, but they don't really show off the gameplay. But
the multiplayer game.
With this, and we'll see how they make this asymmetrical gameplay style.
Not very interested.
No gameplay shown so far. And then we have another Star Wars game. This one is basically XCOM, but Star Wars. And I'm someone who loves tactics games. So the fact that we're getting something like that in the Star Wars universe, hopefully it'll tell a good story, and the tactical elements of this game will be well established and well done. But, you know,
We'll
only
see.
time will tell. I don't know how much interest this will garner, but we do see that Anakin Skywalker will be in this game, so that'll be.
I mean, that's a given.
It's called Star Wars Zero Company.
But it also
You can see
didn't put
here that this game is available
Luke
for
as
release
well.
on August 27th, 2026. And then this right here took me by surprise. This is Blood of the Dawnwalker, but this is contemporary setting. I was not expecting to see contemporary setting in a game that was primarily shown to be very fantasy-based, right? It's basically Witcher with vampires. It's literally former CD Projekt developers who are working on this. Former Witcher 3 developers specifically, and it has very much Witcher elements and identity, but vampiric elements. And seeing that it eventually takes us to a contemporary setting is something I'm curious to see explored. But this game looks sick, and I hope this game turns out as good as it looks. And has the kind of character depth and narrative depth that Witcher 3 had and that people fell in love with. But so far, so good. Combat looks great. You know, it's been refined a lot over the years, I think. And hopefully those refinements continue into the final release. But the vampiric powers and the like day-by-day system where there's like you have like a certain amount of days to save certain people and stuff like that. And it has some unique gameplay elements going for it. And the setting and the focus on
vampires. Yeah, no, not a lot of shit really interests me right now. I'm just kind of waiting for the PlayStation thing to just see what they have, like Wolverine or whatever.
Campaign, so that's kind of interesting. Their visual style has certainly evolved when you look at the gameplay. I think the graphics and the sprites are definitely a lot more advanced than
I guess, but at the end of the day, it's still Among Us.
To the 007 game, focused on one of its villains. So much like Hitman, they're going to be expanding 007 with new missions, new content, new expansions. And as someone who really enjoyed 007 and finished it and loved it, I'm looking forward to playing more of 007 First Light. Patrick Gibson, phenomenal James Bond. Then you've got the remake of a very classic video game, Gothic. This is Gothic remake. I actually have never played Gothic. It's one that, for some reason, my life skipped through. But it's good that they're remaking it so I can see what Gothic is all about.
It's interesting.
Because it's actually available right now. So, you know.
Yeah, they're just releasing and remaking a lot of shit lately.
Aeon 2. I remember playing Aeon 1 way back in the day. So we're seeing another sequel to a classic MMO series. And there it is, Aeon 2. Available September 2026. We've got Monster Hunter getting an expansion, and this one more focused on like taking you to like a sky world, basically. And a lot of cool mechanics involving you being up there now, like flight elements and stuff like that. That I think will be that'll make for nice gameplay expansion for Monster Hunter. And I mean, some of these new monsters look really dope. I always look forward to seeing what new monsters they add.
Again, I've never really played these Monster Hunter games. I do have one on my collection, but I don't really play these.
I believe in 2027, if I recall. There it is, 2027. And then from China comes another action game. This seems to be also like a Black Myth Wukong-esque, like a bit of Souls-like, a bit of like Ninja Gaiden, you know, that kind of action gameplay experience. But it's just the aesthetic that they can achieve with Chinese mythology. It's just, you know, Black Myth Wukong kind of kickstarted, and it feels like a lot of developers are coming in and like doing their unique versions of that, and like boss battles like these, you know, very, very cool, and just you can tell they're drawing from a lot of like really talented artists to bring stuff like this to life. Where it's both like whimsical, but also like
that's gonna be cool later. But yeah, we're probably still gonna have to farm out the rest of the fucking time in Mark 2, which I thought it was 2,000 kilometers per hour, but no, it's actually a lot more than that. I think it's really at the fucking limit speed of the vehicle that we're using right now. So that's gonna take a lot longer to get done. But yeah, we're gonna keep working on that some other time. This is still playing on the fucking background, goddammit. Yeah, I forgot to fucking pause this. God damn it. Alright, but yeah. This and change over here. Yeah. Yeah, my fucking fingers are starting to hurt because I was just constantly holding down the fucking button there just to keep accelerating. Oh, sorry. And we have to keep working on that later. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much left. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Right, that went a little bit too long. It was mostly just us constantly farming out the fucking 2 miscellaneous trophies with the game. And we got one, so I need to work on the other one, which might still take a bit. But probably after we're done with that, we can continue on with the rest of the main campaign. Although, now that we have... okay, there we go. Now that we have a few trophies unlocked for the game, I can finally create a PSN profile session so that I can work on a multiplayer later. Then we'll see if I find anyone to fucking play with. Yeah, we'll see about that. If not, we're just gonna keep working on everything else and end the main campaign for this. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today though. Next stream shall be not tomorrow, because I'm gonna have another fucking test to do on Wednesday, so you know the rules, I never stream for a test. So next stream is gonna be on Wednesday instead, where we are gonna be tweeting on, I left off with more, I think, Sparkle? Wait, hold on. Yes, we're gonna be doing more Sparkle Unleashed, right. Last we left off with that game, we finished off with hard mode finally, and we started doing a little bit of nightmare mode, which thankfully wasn't too bad, at least at the beginning. But that can easily fucking change. Yeah, we'll see about that when we get there. Yeah, I'm already starting to think that I'm probably gonna get stuck on a certain level over again, and then take fucking 3 hours just to get it done. We'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today though. Again, hopefully everything goes well next time, which is gonna be on Wednesday at 9:20 p.m. GMT1, where we are gonna be tweeting on at where we left off with more of Sparkle Unleashed. If you'd like me to fight, live, or any other shenanigans I might have, I can stream shadows or video uploads. You can go to Discord, where you can notify such. If you also want to keep track of your pre-streams I just passed, you can also go to my Twitch as well. Now all that said and done, you guys have a nice day. As always, have a good one. Bye. Bye-bye. See ya. Have a good one. Bye. Bye-bye. See ya.